Okay, so I've got power. Okay, so I've got power building up in this room now. I've got a little. I'm just going to run one generator for the moment. It's only a temporary thing, but it has been filling up this CESU while I've laid power and been crafting some things. So I've got an extractor now that can sit there on the power line, and I've got a metal former, which is what I need to upgrade my my generator into a geothermal. And so I'm going to quickly grab the sticky resin, which I've used a lot of sticky resin to make the machines I've already got. So making sure that this goes as far as it can is going to be very important. Oh yeah, that's working. Oh, that's cool. I think I can also go grab some of the, I can grab the rubber wood. At least you used to be able to do this. Grab this rubber wood from, I had a rubber tree that didn't grow any beads on it. Just pop that out of there quick. Yeah, so you can still get a bit of rubber out of that. It's weird, it didn't grow any blobs of rubber on this. It was a really little rubber tree. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. It's only one, but every little helps at the moment. Obviously I've got upgrade slots at the side here, so I can put some overclockers into these machines and speed things along if I want. But now I'm going to work on the 3 machines for this end. Obviously the macerator does exactly what it's always done, and the electric furnace is again just a furnace. We've got the ore washing plant, which is new, which basically I can chuck ores, I can chuck the results from the macerator into that to clean it, and that gives you a small chance to get extra things from your ores. So obviously with that, one of the problems is it needs water, so I'm thinking I can create, I don't know whether I'm going to do it in the wall behind and put something there, or I might knock out that wall and put a pool, a little pool in behind it with an aqueous accumulator, because I can pipe into the top of the machine. That should work. Maybe put something up here and that pipes down into it. I'll be right back when I've done the crafting and settled on a plan. And then some time passes. I've got all the machines set up in here now, at least all the ones that I'm going to set up for the moment. I don't really know what else IC2 offers that I'm going to be needing. There is space for some more machines in here. I set up the geothermal generators, so they've fully stocked their buffer and they're not burning any more lava at the moment. I've got a new ender tank pulling from the same place as my power downstairs. I can't really remember where the ender tank is on the other side now, so hopefully I won't have to go replace that anytime soon. If I do log in and find out that I've run out of lava from that, I might just have to make a new endothermic pump instead. But that's very quickly filled up the CESU completely, and so then along the back wall here we've got the macerator, the ore washing plant, and the electric furnace. So basically with this, the macerator works exactly the same as it did before. You pop the gold, or you pop the ore in, and it mashes it up. You now get crushed ore. You still get 2, and you can pop that straight into the furnace. So I mean that works exactly the same as it always has done. But what you can do with it that's different is pop it into this ore washing plant. Now, as I said earlier, this needs a constant supply of water, so you can see I've replaced this little block behind it with an aqueous accumulator and 2 blocks of water either side that keep it enough filled up that it can store the ore washing plant. I could put buckets in here. I could automate the creation of water buckets or water cells and place them in there and pull them out. I don't think I'm going to do that. That seems needlessly complex. But this creates purified ore, which I can just go throw in the furnace. So each of these creates 1 purified ore. So obviously that's doubling the ores, but they also create 2 tiny piles of whichever dust you throw in. And with 9 of those, you can go and create another pile of gold or whichever ore you happen to throw into it. And then these can be placed into the furnace for furnacing purposes and get your ingots that way. So I don't know whether I'm going to completely switch over to doing all my ore processing this way. At the moment is a bit slow because obviously it's got to run through 3 machines and they're not sped up at all, and I've got to work out, I think the only thing we can use this for is making CF powder. This is stone dust. You get stone dust from washing it off. But let's go and have a quick look. Okay, so if we go around here, I'll just use this. So it is just 9 of those create dust. So I've got a plan for what I can do with when I automate this. So I think what I am going to do is I'm going to automate most of my ores through this because I can. And so that just creates another gold ore. I can't put those straight into the furnace. Okay, I'm gonna go and start. Do I want to start automating it now? Yeah, why not? I can run IC. I can run cable through from that room round. Alright, I'll be right back when that's automated and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, I've managed to set up some automation in here. It's not possibly the cleanest setup available, but it'll do. So we've got fuzzy export buses along the top, basic import buses along the front because I'm running out of sides. The water's got to be behind the machines. For the ore washing plant, the power cable's running underneath, so I've really only got the front and the top left, which means that they're slightly in view. This exports all the materials except ferrous. Ferrous doesn't actually go in the macerator. And then we've got a fuzzy import bus that I'm slowly setting up above the ore washing plant to drop in the crushed ores, and then the purified ores go in there. I have set up the gold dust and that's upstairs. Then here we've just got a simple export bus that puts any sticky resin in and drags the rubber out of the extractor. I haven't automated the metal former yet. That's mostly because it's got 3 different modes. So if I want to truly automate this, I need 3 of them and 3 interfaces, and I just don't have the resources at the moment to make all of that stuff. And then my solution for, I'm going to do the same for nuggets. I'm just going to set up around the edge here auto workbenches. So basically we've got an import bus on the top, there's an export bus underneath that's, or the one here is in the wall between the 2 rooms, that is constantly exporting the tiny piles of gold dust. And these auto benches, they will populate throughout the recipe depending on what they're getting in. And if I click to craft, it will craft the last one. So I just want to leave that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the next one, which is going to be the silver one. So to make the auto workbench, we need 4 gears. 6. Let's get some planks. Let's actually do this properly. So, auto workbench, we need gears. Do this properly, and it might go right, John. Gears, question mark. There we go. 1, 2 more of those. And we need a work table. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one upstairs. I'm going to drop this. And then I've got an export bus. It only needs to be a basic export bus because it only needs to export one thing from the system. And for this one, I wanted to export tiny piles of silver for this. And then obviously I've got gold, and sulfur is a bit different. I think I can export that and make full-size piles of silver, but then I pop that on top, and then spread that around, and as you can see, it evens it out between the recipe, and then when it's got a recipe it will start crafting it. And then I just want to pop basic import bus on top so that when it's finished crafting it pulls the recipe out. If you don't have any way of getting it out of here, it'll just sit with one in here. For some reason it doesn't craft onto a stack. And then down here I just need to go over to this export bus and tell it to export the pile of dust into there. I'm probably going to have a second fuzzy export bus on my furnace just so that I can get all of the things in the furnace that need to go in there. As you can see, I've nearly filled up the fuzzy export bus that's going into the macerator with ores that need to macerate. So I'm going to quickly see if I can set up another auto crafting bench. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And import bus. Only problem with automating the sticky resin conversion is I don't have any sticky resin for when I want to do sticky pistons, so I've just had to, each time I make a sticky piston now for doing the AE, I've had to go out and grab a no sticky resin from one of the trees. I really need to automate that too. Collecting the sticky resin. I need to work out what the best way to do the rubber farm is. I think forestry adds a perfectly good rubber farm. And then I need it to cook up 2 interfaces. You can see it crafting everything up here. I've taught the system how to make nether quartz dust. If anything pops up in here as missing materials, I can go grab it quickly, but it looks like it's all cooking up neatly. I do like seeing it like work out which bits is it missing, and then currently crafting each different thing as it goes. Okay, so import bus is that, and export bus is that. So then I just need to grab the tiny pile of iron. If I take 9 of those with me, boink. And so that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing this episode, or this time. Not really sure what I'm going to do next. Dang it. I've got a few ideas of things that I want to get done. I want to get a mob spawning farm going so that I can get some more materials from that. Is my quarry still going? Doesn't look like my quarry's still going, so I'm going to probably nip out between episodes and relocate the quarry. I set it up about 1,000 blocks in that direction, so I'll just move it across a few blocks and start that up again. Just cover everything up. But now that I've got IC2 going, one of the main reasons I wanted to get it all going was because my armor broke, and I was looking at making power armor, and it seems that the only recipes that I've got on here for it require the IC2 stuff. So I'm gonna look into armor and see. I'm thinking I'm gonna go power armor again because that's usually the coolest. But I might grab some of the IC2 armor and see what that's like. I've got plans to set up a armor room. I don't know where I'm going to do that now because that was going to be up here, but if this is like just a row of auto crafters, it can't be really as grand up here as I had planned. I'll possibly pop a couple of armor stands in the corner, and just have that rather than the room I had planned. I do want to do some stuff with bees. We'll see what I've got. See what I've got planned for next time. Next time when I come and do it. Bye, guys.